Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm just talking about fibroids, Lupron, when it doesn't work, and when you have to do a hysterectomy. Overall the Canadian medical field, and just how frustrating it can be to be a woman who is going through certain changes, going through certain symptoms, and just not being able to figure out what is happening to you. If you're interested in hearing me vent and just if you're into it, let's go. Let's watch it. Let's do it. Hey guys, hey, it is, Thursday. Today's November 24th. Oh, it's Thanksgiving in the States. Happy Thanksgiving, my US friends. Now, I have like a 15-minute window before a meeting at work, and I just thought I would just pop in and talk from my heart, because these videos lately have been a little bit scripted because of my memory problems, and also just I want to make sure I stay on target with the content and make sure that I'm, saying what I want to say and saying it clearly. So today I am I'm just popping in. I'm using the laptop to film this, and I'm just using a random dollar store headphone. No, the sniffles are going to start just because I'm videoing. So what do I want to talk about? Are you serious? This happens every it never fails. It's only when I'm videoing that my nose starts itching like crazy. It feels like there's fire ants in there, and then I'm sneezing. It's a thing. Anyway, so today I kind of want to talk about my recent weight gain and what's been happening with this fibroids journey. I find I've been under the watchful eyes of doctors for the last year and change, and I've been doing all these tests, I've been doing all this stuff, and I find that nobody's giving me any answers. The more they poke and prod me, the more questions I end up with, and it's so frustrating. So for example, I've had the fibroids for the longest while. Now, I've always thought that there is a correlation with the fibroids and the blood work, the anemia, and how low my blood count is. When I went into the hospital, at around that time, I was eating cornstarch like it was a meal, like a meal replacement, because I had so much iron deficiency, or so little iron, that I was just my body was starving for iron, and I was trying to eat it in the cornstarch somehow. That's what pica is. Now, after the blood transfusion, I'd say maybe a good 8 or 9 months, I didn't even crave cornstarch. I didn't want it. I didn't need it. My mouth didn't water for it. I didn't need it. Fast forward to 3 months ago, and all of a sudden the cravings are back, and it's almost like a drug addiction kind of craving, where you're getting sweaty and upset in your stomach if you don't get it, and all this other stuff. Now, I'm not here chewing cornstarch all day, but I if I could, I would, right? And it's not because it's so tasty or any other thing. So I knew something was going on. I got some blood work done to get all my numbers, my AC, AC1C or whatever. If I was close to being diabetic, what was going on, because I found I was extra thirsty. And just always there would be times where, I'm sorry guys, this is just going to be casual. I hope the microphone isn't acting up. Let me test it again. Right, I didn't even know you could pause a video that you were recording on this thing. I'm not even going to edit. I swear to God, I'm going to put this up tomorrow, Friday, just so it's just, I'm tired of doing the most. I'm wanting to chill now. Yeah, so I go back and I do the blood work, and they're telling me that my hemoglobin is 86 points or whatever. It's half of the amount it's supposed to be. This is the problem I had when I was in the hospital. So I say, okay, fine. Let's figure out some iron supplements, because clearly the multivitamins for the last year haven't been doing it. So let's get some multivitamins. Let's get some iron supplement. I know I'm allergic to a lot of the vinifer, like the stuff that they put in your vein and whatever. Some of the iron usually makes me sick. I get the opposite, where I get diarrhea, swelling, 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 swelling. So I know some of them I can tolerate, like I can take them. If I take them orally, then I can tolerate them and I can eat, but it takes me a while, and my stomach will be upset for the most part for the day. But at this point, I was so dizzy all the time that I was worried that I was going to faint or just end up falling in the stove or something at some point, or in the road. So I was 100% ready to just start taking the side effects with the iron and just move on. I figured the blood transfusion didn't do what it needed to do, or it ran out, or whatever happened. Now I need to take another step. So I'm taking the iron, and I go in to see my gyno, and she's telling me, oh, your numbers are low, because she also ordered a blood test, because I was just having so much trouble. The Lupron wasn't working. I was bleeding out the whole time. For the entire year that I've been taking Lupron, I've been bleeding on and off for the whole time. Now, TMI, but like, we have to talk about these things. These things are happening. Now, Lupron is supposed to stop you from bleeding. One of the side effects is bleeding. It's supposed to help you cut back on the fibroids and make sure that, you cut back on the amount of blood you're losing. Well, that didn't work for me, alien that I am. Nice to meet you. So, I'm so tired of just people telling me I've never seen this before. How you mean? How am I so unique? Everything that happens to me, you can't tell me what happened to me. You can't, there's nothing, there's never, E.T. I'm E.T. Anyway, so she's panicking. She's saying, we got to take the womb out. We got to take everything out, leave your ovaries. She's making this decision on the fly, just like this is like on the end of the sentence, in the same breath of her saying, well, the treatment that we tried, the Lupron, isn't working, and now you're still not out of the woods yet with the whole stroke thing, and to go under the knife, but we're going to put you under the knife. She's deciding this, and I'm thinking, I bet you. So let me say that differently. I was distressed because I'm thinking, what? Everything's happening so fast. So I said to her, give me a minute, because I have so many things that are happening right now in my life that for me to take time off and to do a surgery, it's just going to throw me off. And seeing that I was coming in to do another Lupron shot, let me take the iron supplements and let's do it again, do the test and see what's happening, because the chances are I'm not going to get a blood transfusion right away. She's saying, yes, you'll get it. Fine, I signed the papers. I come home, I get the phone call from the doctor. Anytime you hear a doctor calling you after office hours, they fucked up, and they're looking at the fuck up that they did, and they're trying to fix it. They're backstepping, they're sidestepping, whatever the fuck it is that you guys say. Today is not a good word day, and I'm just gonna go with it. I'm whatever. So she calls me up and she's like, oh, well, I think because we're gonna have to do the surgery in January, you won't be able to, if we do the transfusion now, you'll probably need another one by the time we do the surgery. This is November. This is the end of November. So you're saying in the next 6 weeks, I'm going to need 2 blood transfusions. So, I'm frustrated, guys. So she says, you're probably going to have to take the blood transfusion closer to the time when you would normally come in and get the needle, because she thinks I'm still coming in to get that expensive needle. A Lupron needle costs the government $400. For a year, I've been taking Lupron with no cats. Go on. I'm really just not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. She annoying me. So for that time, I've been taking Lupron, and it hasn't been working. She never started a regimen where I was taking iron in the meantime to boost it or anything like that. All these movements had to have been taken because I pushed and I said, okay, let's check the blood again. Let's see what's going on. She says I can't get the blood transfusion until next 3 weeks, when it would be closer to surgery, because I don't want to do two la-di-da-di blah blah blah. I'm still thinking about, I'm not out of the woods for surgery. How are you scheduling a surgery that's likely going to kill me? If you don't know what's going on with me, you're going to cut me. You don't know, you guys have no idea. I could just open up and be empty like a fucking one of them alien you see in some of them shows, just dust, like when the turkey burn and each other. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just frustrated. So ultimately what's happening is I'm dizzy all the time because I thought it was the pills, the mix of pills that they gave me. I took off days not taking the pills, and I still was as dizzy as when I was taking the pills religiously. Went in and I told my doctor, I said, I'm dizzy. I need to get some blood work done. Something's going on. Some things I miss. I'm too dizzy. I feel like I'm going to fall over. It's been like this. This new doctor says, okay, fine, let's do blood work. We figure it out. It's the hemoglobin. Now the gyno wants to put me under the knife because now she's in a panic now that I've started an iron regimen. My frustration is, if you knew that fibroids cause a lot of blood loss, why wouldn't you put me on an iron regimen to start? Like, how do you just wait and say, well, I'm just going to treat your fibroids and the rest of your body? It's not connected. There's no connection with your womb and the rest of your blood work, with your veins, with your heart, with the so I've been eating a lot of cornstarch. And I just know, I can see from my stomach, I can see the swelling, I can see the puffiness, I can see how freaking distended my stomach is. I'm gaining a shit ton of weight. The other problem with consuming a lot of cornstarch is that you end up swallowing it over time, whether you want to or not. Or you just I don't know, you just end up getting puffy and swollen, and there's gut rot happening, and it's just not a good situation to be in. There's diabetes right at the corner just waiting, So I don't know if I'm making any points today or if I'm just kind of bitching about my current medical situation, but I just find Canada has free, medical insurance and shit, but sometimes the drive-through doctor, you sit in the waiting room for an hour for them to put you in another room to wait for another hour, and then the doctor comes in usually with the wrong file, talking some shit you have no idea, calling you by the wrong name, have no idea who you are, sitting on test results that they should have called you about 3-4 weeks ago. It's just a lot, and going through a year and a half of it, I've had enough.
The luxury breathing, but I don't think I'm living. Yeah, my mama be tripping, saying you